But first, we have your election night results. Good evening, everyone.
And thank you for joining us. Nebraska's primary election day is over.
Let's get you updated on the numbers right off the bat here. In the race for governor on the Republican side, Pete Ricketts with 82% of the votes counted so far. His challenger, Crystal Gable, with 18%.
On the Democratic side for governor, there are three candidates. Vanessa Gale Ward has 27%. Tyler Davis has 11%, and Bob Christ at 63%.
What do you say we check out the race for U.S. Senate? Deb Fischer, big lead there with 76%. She has 4 Republican challengers. Jack Heidel with about 6%.
And then we also have Dennis Masick with about 3% and Jeffrey Stein with 3% as well. And then Todd Watson with 11%.
There are 4 Democrats who also want her job. Jane Raybould, big numbers tonight, 64. Frank Svoboda, 11. Larry Marvin, 5. And Chris Janicek, 21%.
In the race for U.S. House District 1 on the Democratic ticket, we have Dennis Crawford with 36% and Jessica McClure with 63%.
On the Republican side, incumbent Jeff Fortenberry running unopposed. All right, let's get reaction from both parties. What do you say? We begin with the Republicans.
Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Pierce Corlett is live from Papillion, where some of the Republicans were gathering.
Megan and Rod, I'm down here at the Belvedere Club in Papillion, Nebraska at the GOP Victory Party, and I got to talk with Senator Fischer and Governor Ricketts about their victories, and I got to talk to Senator Fischer about having the good times keep rolling.
We're going to continue to run on the great work we've done already to grow Nebraska, how we're leading the nation in economic development, helping to create those jobs. Earlier this year, we hit the lowest unemployment rate we've seen since 1999, and we want to continue to build on that foundation to make sure Nebraska families can enjoy the good life. That's what it's going to be all about.
I'm running on my record. I'm running on the issues. You know, whether it's economic security to make sure we have good jobs, a good economy so people can take care of their families, or whether it's national security to make sure that we keep this homeland safe and take care of our military.
We're going to continue.
Also, Ricketts talks with me about keeping going on his economic process for Nebraskans.
Pierce Corlett live up in Papillion for us. Thank you, Pierce. Now let's check in with the Democrats.
Some of the candidates have been meeting tonight at the Mars Bar in downtown Lincoln. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Rachel Miner is there. She continues our team coverage. Rachel.
Rod and Megan, Jane Raybould and her campaign are here at Mars Bar celebrating their victory tonight. She received over 65% of the vote for Democratic candidates. I spoke with her earlier and she said she's ready to be a voice for all Nebraskans.
What I've always been is a fighter, and that I've been a fighter in business as well as representing our constituents on the Lancaster County Board and the City Council. But I'm also a common sense problem solver, and I think that's what folks are looking for. There's a lot of alarm that I'm hearing from our ag community, and they're looking for a leadership that will challenge the current administration and stand up for our farmers and ranchers.
Raybould is celebrating tonight. You can hear the crowd is chanting her name. They're very excited. Raybould said there's still plenty of work to be done. She will face Republican incumbent Deb Fischer in the November election. Rod and Megan, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Rachel. The Democratic Party also celebrating at the Single Barrel here in Lincoln.
That's right. Gubernatorial candidate Bob Christ has been declared the winner for the Democrats. Channel 8's Nolan Crane caught up with him after learning about the outcome. Nolan?
Christ, a veteran with the U.S. Air Force and current Omaha senator, is optimistic he'll be able to change his title to Nebraska governor.
And we will do great things in the future as your next governor and lieutenant governor.
Supporters of the Democratic Party are also celebrating the victory of Jessica McClure to represent them in the House race against Congressman Jeff Fortenberry in the 1st District.
This is so exciting. This is all that hard work we've been doing has finally paid off, and I'm so excited to actually be able to take on Jeff Fortenberry in the general election.
Gubernatorial candidate Bob Christ is already planning a 3-day tour all across the state. It will include 10 cities. Rod and Megan, that tour actually starts tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. Christ will be joined by his running mate, Lynn Walls.
Nolan Crane in the newsroom with the update tonight. Thank you, Nolan. And let's get to some of the other races for the U.S. House District 2. This one has been close. We've been watching it all night. So far, Kara Eastman and Brad Ashford both sitting around 50%.
Same race on the Republican side. Incumbent Don Bacon, he ran unopposed.
U.S. House District 3, the Democrats' Paul Theobald also running unopposed.
And incumbent Adrian Smith, let's see, let's check out the numbers here, was 66%. Kirk Penner, you got Bollinger and Kowalski, the other three challengers there on the Republican side.
In the Secretary of State race, we have Bob Evnen at 75% and Deborah Perrell at 25%.
And same race, Democrat Spencer Danner ran unopposed.
In the race for state treasurer, we have two Republicans, John Morante at 57% and then Taylor Royal at 43%. There are no Democrats running for state treasurer.
In the attorney general race, Republican incumbent Doug Peterson ran unopposed.
And Democrat Evangelos Argiakisi ran unopposed as well.
What do you say we take a look at state auditor, the race for that? Charlie Jansen ran unopposed.
And on the Democratic side, Jane Skinner ran unopposed as well.
All right, the state legislature now. A lot of races. District 22, you got Doug Ortwijk, Francis Kohler, and Kenneth Leichner. Also Mike Mosier. Let's take a look at those numbers. Who's in the lead there? You got Mike Mosier. Keep in mind, the top two will move on in the legislative races to the November election.
Right, and all of these. Now, this is also a legislative race in District 24. We have Mark Coulterman at 72% and Stephanie Nankis at 28%.
In District 26, Matt Hansen with 80%, Bob Van Valkenburg with 20%.
In District 28, Patty Pansing Brooks ran unopposed.
And in District 30, you have Myron Dorn, Joe Murray, and Don Schuler. Close race there for the top two with Dorn and Schuler.
In District 32, we have three candidates. Al Rysakowski with about 20%, Laura Ebke at 35%, and Tom Brandt at 45%.
In District 34, Kurt Friesen ran unopposed.
In District 46, Adam Warfeld ran unopposed.
Now we're going to head to the Nebraska Board of Regents, District 5. You have Rob Schaefer, also Robert Prokop, and Joshua Redwin. And in the lead right now, Schaefer with 50%.
The Nebraska State Board of Education District 5, we have Patricia Tim with 71% and Maris Bentley at 29%.
For the Lancaster County Treasurer now, on the Republican side, Alan Simpson, Andy Stebbing, the incumbent, and Matt Schulte. Take a look at this here now. Matt Schulte with 52%, Simpson with 30%, and Andy Stebbing coming in with about 18% of the vote.
For the same race, but this is on the Democratic side, we have Andrew Stock with 34% and Rachel Garver at 66%. Still to come on the news.